There should be some writing utensils on your tables. There is a prompt on the screen. Please read the instructions and quietly write. The sentence reads, do you ever feel so paper thin like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? You don't have to make a comment, just take in the message. I'm giving you a picture of what house of cards is, and think about what that phrase might mean. Okay? I'm gonna turn on the lights so you can have some lights to write. So quietly write 1 or 2 sentences about what you think this phrase means. Okay? And then you're gonna share with your partner what you wrote in your card. Okay? Just turn around and say, I think this is what it means. And then you'll share that, and then your partner will share back. If you have 2 partners, one on your left and one to your right, make sure you also share with your partner, your elbow partner on the other side. Okay? Are you ready? Go ahead and share your thoughts. Aisha, what is, do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? What does that mean?
I think this phrase means like if you ever felt so weak or sad or depressed, everything or anything can take you or blow you away or bring you down.
Very good. Thank you. Anybody else? Dana?
Okay. I put the house of cards can represent you, and the blow can symbolize the situation.
Any situation that may hurt you, yeah. Very good. Thank you. Anybody? Giovanni?
I think it means that when you feel weak and you struggle in school or personal problems.
Good. What is the purpose of today's lesson? So at the end of this lesson, I want you to be able to leave this room knowing how to identify a simile or a metaphor in lyrics and songs, hopefully then in text. I want you to also be able to not just identify it, but interpret what the meaning of the simile or the metaphor is. And then finally, there's a purpose of why the person that wrote those lyrics wrote those words. So we also are going to try to analyze the meaning or the purpose of the writer, of the author. Okay? Good. Great. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to distribute the copy of the lyric of Firework. Okay? And all I want you to do as I'm distributing this is to read it. Just read it. You don't have to share it. Just read it. And try to get the feeling of what the lyrics are trying to tell you. Okay? So just take one, pass it around, and then, yes?
Can we highlight the words?
Absolutely, sure. You can, if something sticks out as something that you like to highlight and say this is something conveying a feeling, a note, a side note, you absolutely can. We have some vocabulary. We have some words right here. We probably see a lot in the textbooks. We're going to see just to review what does that mean. Like the word analyze. Of course, you have the definition here. Analyze is, you can read that, discover or reveal something. You have to analyze something. You look very carefully at something. And then the text, that's what we do. We look very carefully to things like that. When we're talking about something specific, what does that mean?
Clearly defined.
Clearly defined. Okay? Analizar, specific, específico, impact, impacto, determine, determine. So in many cases, these are called cognates. Words that look alike and they actually mean the same. But you have to be careful. Not everything in Spanish that looks like English means the same, right? But we'll talk about that in another lesson. One is a simile and one is a metaphor. Perhaps you have seen this in many lessons before. We're going to analyze this. Now, when you say the word in Spanish, similar, what does that mean?
Similar.
Yes, almost like the English, right? So it's a figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing of a different kind used to make a description more vivid. Okay? And we're going to go into detail on what this is. Now, metaphor. It's a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or action which is not literally applicable. A thing regarded as symbolic something else, or even personification. So just to briefly, if I say, you are a rose, I'm personifying the rose. What does it really mean when I say to someone, You are a rose.
You're kind.
Beautiful,
You're
sweet.
beautiful, you're sweet, you're kind. Any attribute that the rose might have. And let me see if I can get it to play from the beginning. Here we go. Enjoy.
Start again. Do you ever feel this a paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing?
Has to do with the personification of something. Say, can you find me a simile or a metaphor in the firework?
I already did
You already did that? Can you tell me one?
that.
Identify one.
In the beginning, do you ever feel like a
Okay.
plastic bag?
Okay, so I'm just gonna put the short version on, because you have more space there. So you feel, do you ever feel like, I can't even write, like a
Plastic bag.
plastic bag? Okay? All right, I wrote it in short version, feel like a plastic bag. Now, before we move on to the next one, help me go to the next comment. In a little while, we're gonna be able to work on this together. Interpret the meaning of, do you ever feel like a plastic bag? What is the meaning of feeling like a plastic bag? Christine?
I think that, do you ever feel like a plastic bag, that it means that,
Okay.
when, a plastic bag, they're used for things, and then, after you don't need them anymore, you throw them away.
So it means that you might feel what?
Like you're worth nothing.
Okay, it means, yeah. Now you have three, this is a little graphic organizer, a little worksheet. And it basically has these 3 columns, but you do have a little cartoonish emoji there. It's really not an emoji, it's a little cartoon. It tells you, the first one has like a little inspector, right? It's to identify the metaphor simile. If you think it's a simile, put an S in parentheses and then copy exactly the words that you find. If you, and then if you find a metaphor, then put the M, of course. So in the first column, just like I did it sloppy, but you will copy the words exactly as you see them in the lyric. And then you will write in the next column what it means, the interpretation of that. Okay? And then after that, analyze. Why did the author use those words when you write? Okay? Don't worry too much about the spelling of the words for the interpretation and for the analysis. Don't worry too much about the spelling. We'll talk about that once you have to type it in your reports. Okay, so you can have one of each. Again, simile usually uses the words like or as. Volunteer. Giovanni.
Because baby, you're a firework.
Baby, you are a firework. Is that a simile or a metaphor?
No, no.
Great. Why?
Because you can be special to anyone in your own way.
Okay, and it's not using the words as or like. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna stop right here. Now, I know you like the music. I'm gonna make you think now. Now you have a lot of lyrics in front of you, right? A lot of lyrics. What I want you to do now in groups. Now you have a table. Sometimes the table's big, the table's small. Maybe it's just 2. But you're gonna work together as a team, and then you share it with a group, and then the 3 of you will write the same one. It's a treasure hunt, but you're working together. Okay? Yes. Let's see. Why did we have to study today about the simile and the metaphor? How does that help us in life?
So we can analyze better certain texts or songs.
Very good. Certain texts or songs. Yes, Christine.
Not only that, but it's also going to pop up a lot in school, so we're going to have an advantage now that we have some practice in it.
Very good. It's inevitably gonna pop up in school. You know, literature is gonna be there, text is gonna be there, so you can't avoid it. Might as well learn it. Great job, Christine.
So
Johnny.
we can analyze everything we hear like in everyday life.
Very good. That is an excellent thing. Not just in school, but everywhere you go.